Well, good morning, everybody. This is Nate with Colorado Kite Sports. So they finally arrived. I finally got a set of Gin Marabou V2s. So some of you might know a little bit of the history on these. Just with COVID and supply chain issues and everything else, they've been delayed for a little bit, but they finally are here. And legitimately here. I've got a few for sale, so if anybody wants to contact me, I don't know that they'll last very long. If you're interested, I would probably act fast on them. But there hasn't been a ton of information on these guys, so I want to just do a quick walkthrough on kind of what you get and what they are, and kind of go through some of the features of them. So I guess first and foremost, when you get it, you do get a bag, like an actual backpack, as long as a kind of a compression sack. So I was looking at this bag last night. It's super light. I weighed it. It's about 350 grams. I actually think if you were snow kiting, which is obviously the thing I like to do most, you could get away with a single kite. If you decided to just go out with a single kite for the day, this could actually be your ultralight pack. You could put, obviously the kite in here, your bar goes in here, but for when you're kiting, you could put your skins and your poles in here, in this little pocket. And I'm actually pretty excited to try that out. I've been kind of in this push to go ultralight on stuff for backcountry, so I think that's actually going to be a pretty slick ticket for that. Excited to try that out. Obviously you've got your kind of compression sack, or your sack like you had with the Shaman, so nothing really different on that. For the line setup, you've got your traditional 4-line. You do not have a 5th line since it's now a closed cell. Here's kind of looking at your double pulley. They are kook-proof lines, so you got a ball on one end and a loop on the other, which makes that nice. It is obviously completely dead today so far, so have not been able to try them out yet to fly them, but hopefully later on today I'll get a chance to do that. Kind of coming over here on the wingtips, you do have a little Velcro here for dirt out or snow out or whatever that you can open up with Velcro. It does use leading edge stiffeners all the way down, so, and the material isn't ultralight material. For example, like so this is the 8 meter. I believe it was weighing in around 1,570 grams, so under 1.6 kilos, which is still pretty light, but it's also going to be very durable. The material feels, I believe this is Gin's new Myogin fabric. Feels a little bit like the Docto fabric, which is kind of slippery, but I think it's going to be very durable, which is great. Coming around here to the leading edge, so you've got one inlet and it has a zipper on it. So I believe this is one feature that the Fly Surfer hybrid does not have, is this will kind of make it into even more of a open cell kite. When you open this up, it just helps with deflation. So this becomes important if you're trying to use it for snow kiting and you're in really strong winds. You want something that deflates and the profile gets small really quickly, so that should help with that, and I'm kind of excited to try that out. So in general, the thing I'm really excited about with the Gin Marabou is I think it's gonna fulfill a lot of what we need here in Colorado in terms of being excellent for backcountry snow kiting. Lightweight, packs up small, but then also really good on water. So I'm sure, as most of you have seen, there's been information coming out on the Fly Surfer hybrid now. It looks like they're marketing more as kind of a kite that will be good for kids and beginners, but also really good for foil boarding, which is great. But it does appear that the marketing is a little bit different, and the designing and engineering has been slightly different goals between the two kites. So the Gin Marabou, on the other hand, is really focused more on pushing the higher end performance of single skins. So it's slightly higher aspect ratio. It's supposed to be really good at going upwind and pretty efficient, getting close to like an LEI or twin skin in terms of upwind efficiency. And it's also supposed to have pretty good lift and pop for a single skin kite. So I think that's going to be kind of what differentiates it between the Fly Surfer hybrid, is it's pushing more the upper end of single skins, whereas I think the Fly Surfer hybrid is sticking more towards keeping it just really easy. So I think that's going to be great, because then it gives customers options in terms of, you know, within the hybrid range now that's starting to appear. You've got just different types of kites depending on what you want to focus on and what your riding preferences are. Everything I've heard though, the Marabou is still supposed to be really great in terms of drift capability. So like when you're foil boarding, it was definitely designed with foil boarding in mind, which has become really popular with the single skin kites. So unfortunately here in Colorado we're starting to get into the winter season, so I won't be able to try it on the water, but I'm definitely very excited to get it into the snow here. We just got our first snow this week. Probably won't stick around, but at least it's a start. Trying to think of any other features off the top of my head that are of interest to folks. You can kind of see how you've got essentially three cascades here on the single skin portion, and then between, it's really I guess 3 on the leading edge as well. One item I didn't mention earlier is that the Marabou does use stiffeners that go all the way along the trailing edge in the single skin portion on each rib location. So just there is a separation between the leading edge and the trailing edge portion, so you can hold it there, but then these two go here and there at every rib location all the way down to the end here. And then the wingtips are closed in this area, making it closed. And this just helps with the flapping, to keep the flapping to a minimum. I think those are the big pieces. On the center, you will have an area to Velcro your lines to secure those, so if you're switching between kites. Yeah, if you got any questions, feel free to contact me. I can start giving you information. Again, I'm really excited to get these in the air. Hopefully get you guys some videos in the sky too. Obviously that's where it's the most important. But very excited. I do like the colors. The colors on all of them pop really well. I've been looking at, so here is the 12, here is the 10, and here is the 4. I have a feeling the 4 is just going to be a little pocket rocket. Look at this guy. He weighed in at about 830 grams last night, so I think it's going to be light and fast and furious. Pretty excited to try him out. At any rate, that's a quick look at the Gin Marabou V2.